Hello everyone, I'm Ashley Sellers, speech language pathologist and owner and operator of Speech, Language, and Beyond. And of course, I'm coming back to you again with another hashtag Learn With Me speech and language home activities during COVID-19 video. And this time what we're doing, we are reviewing a product I created called Syllable Stamp Out, and we're doing, of course, another live review with Mr. Ashton David. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos because we actually have enjoyed making them. And of course, we still are dressed the same way that we were in the previous two videos because we sat here and we recorded all of those videos in one day. So my baby is a real champ for doing that with mommy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. So here is the cover of the workbook. It's Syllable Stamp Out. It comes with 4 stampers. It will be a variety. I don't know which one you will receive, but what these stampers do, they allow the child to paste their speech as they produce the syllable in each word. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to give you a snapshot of what the cover of the activity looks like and let you know also what it's going to include. Now on our next page, it's showing you what the 2-syllable and the 3-syllable page, what they look like. Now again, this workbook covers 2, 3, and 4-syllable words. There are 2 sets of pictures for each one, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe you're going to have 6 pictures for each syllable category. So if we look at the first one that we have here, for the 2-syllable page, you see I have the yellow stamper there. So they will open up that stamper and they would say the name of the picture. You may ask them, what is this? You want to hear what their natural production is, because we know that we're possibly working with a child that is eliminating or dropping the syllable that they hear in the word. We're not going to automatically expect a correct response, but we need them to say it so we'll know exactly what part of the syllable that needs to be corrected. So once you ask them and they tell you, you're going to break it down for them first and say cherry by pointing to each block that contains the syllable cherry. And then you're going to have them open up their stamper and they're going to repeat each syllable after you as they stamp the page. So you'll say che, they'll say che and stamp the page. You'll say re, they'll say re and stamp the page, and then you're going to go back and say cherry and have them do the whole thing on their own. Then they're going to go back and stamp it again, and you're going to do the same thing for each word. And then once they have kind of what I call segmented or broken the syllable down, you're going to go back and make sure they can blend it back together. So they're going to go from cherry to cherry, because that's how we want them to say it. Cherry to cherry. Now, what I love about this activity is that it is for the non-reader and the reader. So if your child can't read the word cherry, they should know how to identify it and name it by looking at the picture. And if you have a child that is in the process of establishing their reading skills and they need to understand how syllables are broken down, this is a nice way to teach them so they'll know exactly where to break down a syllable. And we always want to remember that syllables are determined by the number of vowels that are present within the word. What I also love about this activity, as you will see in the live demonstration that I do with my son, is that I love to use, now I will confess, when I create syllable activities or I use them, I am not always using them for the production of the syllable as it pertains to the vowel. I feel like you can break words down in syllables to help target the production of consonant sounds as well, because it makes the child have to stop and slow down the rate that their articulators are moving in order for them to produce a word correctly. So that's what I love so much about syllables, and you're actually going to see me do that with my son Ashton David. Ever since he was little, he's always struggled with R and L. He is still struggling right now with doing his TH sound as well. His R has gotten much better. Now, what I do love about it is that he understands the difference between L and R when he hears it and when he reads it in a word, but he is still struggling and having difficulty being able to get that tongue up for L without doing a W, and he still is slightly adding an S at the beginning of his TH sounds. And I said that because this activity will also allow for you to identify whether or not your child has an articulation disorder or a phonological disorder, or both. An articulation disorder is simply when the child has difficulty producing the sounds within the word, but just like my son, they are able to identify the fact that even though I'm doing a W or a Y sound for L or for R, I understand that when someone else says it and when I hear it, I know the distinct difference between an L and an R sound versus me, the sounds that I substitute them for. I know how to read the sound correctly in print so that I can get the right meaning from it. I just can't say it. For a child who has a phonological disorder, they don't know the difference between how they say it incorrectly and how it really needs to be said. They don't recognize in print that even though they're saying a W, it's an R on the page, and that's what they really need to understand and know in order for them to get the right meaning out of the word. So if they don't know the difference between how the incorrect way that they're saying it versus how it really is supposed to be said and what it looks like in print, that's when it becomes a phonological disorder, and it can impact their reading skill as far as comprehension and what they're able to understand. So I hope that makes sense for you. All right, and so the next picture that you see here shows where we go from the syllables and breaking them down using the stampers to going to level 2 and using flashcards for them to pace their speech. So instead of them using the stamper, they're going to take their finger and say, and follow the dot and say, elephant. We'll do it again, elephant. And then they're going to go back and they're going to blend it together. Elephant, elephant, by running their hands across the dots. So this is a 2-level activity. So first you start off with the stampers. You fade the stampers out. Then you go to the flashcards, and they're going to use their finger to paste the production, and they're also going to use their finger to blend it back together by sliding it across each one of the circles to blend the sounds back. So that is what this activity is like, and this is just giving you another example of how the flashcard also coincides with the sheet in which you're going to use the stamper on. So this workbook does come fully, the first few sheets, like the one that is on the right, those are on cardstock paper. They are not laminated. You need to make copies if you want your child to use this more than one time. Either scan them so you can go back and print them out again, or print out multiple copies for you to use over time. Once you get to the sheet that is on the left that contains the flashcard, those come laminated already. So all you need to do is cut them out and store them. Hello everyone, I'm Ashley Sellers, speech language pathologist and owner and operator of Speech, Language, and Beyond. So as you can see, I have my son Ashton again with me today because he's going to help me record this video to show you guys how to use some of the products that I am putting on my website. So prior to this, you have already probably seen the screenshots where I go through and show you what everything is, but I want to use him to give you guys a live demonstration of what everything looks like, okay? And so the first thing that we're going to talk about is a new activity I created to help your child produce multiple syllable words, because a lot of times when children have difficulty with articulation, one of those issues is being able to say words that have more than one syllable in them correctly in order for them to produce speech that is intelligible and that is easy for you to understand. Are you sleepy?
I can't help it.
That's okay. All right. So the name of the activity, like I probably already have told you, is called Syllable Stamp Out. And it will be printed out on cardstock paper, laminated, and it will come with at least 2 to 3 stampers. So the stampers will look something like this. They have different decorations on them. Okay. And so the one that Ashton chose is the one with the crab. So you can just open it up. You don't need an ink pad. You just press it down on the paper and you're able to use it.
Can I steal one?
Yeah, hold on. You're going to show them in 1 second how we do it. So the goal of this is to use the stampers to help them pace their speech while they produce the syllables in each word. So it covers it covers 2 syllables, 3 syllables, 4 syllables, and then I'm going to show you how we would potentially use the flashcards. Now, if it was when I sell it to you online, it's going to be pre-cut. They're going to be laminated, but because here I'm just wanting to show you what this looks like, for that sake, then we don't have them pre-cut right here. All right, so let's look at the first one. Hold on. Yes, baby.
There's a hole.
No, that's not a hole. I'm going to show you what that's for, okay? All right, so look, you guys, let me give you a warning. This is something that we're doing spur of the moment. We have not practiced. Ashton is not used to being in any type of therapy or anything like that. So this is like a real life moment of what it looks like when we use this activity. Even with him, kind of interrupting me while I'm talking to you guys, it's a real life moment. But I just want to show you in real time what it would look like if you use this activity at home with your child. Okay, so look, Ashton, we are going to say the syllables in these words. This is the picture. This is the name for the picture. As we break down the name of the picture, you're going to use your stamp to stamp the picture as you say it. Okay? So let's look at the first one. I'm going to help you do it together. I know you know how to use the stamp, but what is this a picture of right here?
Rain.
What do we see right here? What is it?
Rain.
What do you think that is? Okay, you ready? Can you say it after me? Look. Cherry. Good. Can you do it by yourself?
Cherry.
Good. Cherry. Very good. So break it down. What's the first part? Chair. Dot your circle. Dot the square. Dot right here. Chair. What's the other part? Cherry. Very good. So we're blending it together. So what he did was, as he said each syllable in the word, he stamped the picture and then he automatically blended it back together. Now, Ashton is not necessarily a child that has an articulation disorder. So it's going to come out sounding maybe a little bit more clearer. He is kind of at that stage where he's still working on his R. He's working on L because he's kind of struggling with those sounds, but they've gotten better as he has gotten older, but he's not necessarily an articulation kid. So it may, hold on, baby. So it may end up looking different for a child that does have a diagnosed articulation disorder. Okay, you ready for the next one? You remember your tongue has to go up like this. La. La.
Oh, that was what I was doing in my mouth.
Okay, good. All right, so here we go. We're going to do the next one. What is this a picture of, Ashton?
Turtle.
All right, so let's break down turtle. Ready for the first part? Turtle. Do it again. Turtle. Turtle. Very good. What's the next one? What do you think that is?
Taco.
Very good. So let's break it down for them. Taco. Very good. So those are our 2-syllable words. Okay, we're going to show you one more. And we're going to go to the 3-syllable words.
Can't open anymore.
All right. Now we're only going to do one. We won't have to do the whole thing. All right, you ready for the next one? What is that a picture of, Ashton?
Banana. I don't really like.
So I'm always asking them.
I don't even like bananas.
You don't even like bananas? Okay. So I'm always going to ask them.
I like lemons and apples.
Okay, you like lemons and apples? I told you guys it's a real life demonstration, okay? Because I'm not controlling what he's going to say next, so we're just going to entertain it, all right? So I'm always going to ask them, what is this? Because I want them to at least to try on their own to make the production of the syllables that they see in each picture, okay? Or the syllables that they hear in the name of each picture that they name. So I'm always going to ask them first to see how they're going to say it. It doesn't matter if they don't do it correctly because I'm going to go over it with them to show them how to do it, okay?
Now you like start.
Okay, so let's do the next one, Ashton. You ready? What's this?
Ba.
Good. Press it down. Ba.
Ba.
Na.
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 Let's do it again. Ba.
Ba.
Na.
Na.
Na. Na.
Na.
And let's put it together. Banana.
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 Very good. All right, so let's try this one. Like I told you, L is one of his sounds. And let me stress this. When we're working on syllables, we're working on them maintaining all the syllables that they hear in the word. So we don't want nana. We want banana. We want all three of those syllables. But let's just say, for an example, the child is doing maybe an F for a B sound. So they may say banana. You can still use that moment to correct. You can still use that moment to correct what they say. So if they're doing a f sound, then you can stress, okay, let's listen. Banana. So that's probably what I'm going to do with Ashton with his L, because I know right now he's having some difficulty getting that tongue up. Even though we're focusing on all of the syllables that we hear in ladybug, it's still important to me that he's able to produce the l sound. So we're going to practice it a little bit, even though right now L is not our goal. Okay? You ready? That is how you do it. So can you make your tongue go down? Look. La, la, la. So let's start here. Let's do the first one. Lay. Do it again.
Lay.
La, la, lay. D. Bug.
Bug.
Try it again. Try to get that tongue up first. Look. Lay. Do it again. Lay. D. Bug.
Bug.
Can we put it all together? Ladybug. Try it again.
Ladybug.
Very good. That was much better. Great job. So see how we just did that example of, even though we were working on trying to say all three syllables in ladybug, we still took the time to emphasize the sounds within that word that he's having difficulty with. Okay, go ahead and do the next one. What is it?
Apple.
You are so smart. Very good. So put it all together for me.
Pineapple.
Very good. Can you do the next one? Can you break it down by yourself? La.
Fit.
Good. Put it all together for me.
Elephant.
Very good. I see you trying to get that tongue up there. You're doing much better. Good job. So let mommy say this part, okay? Can you just listen for a minute? Let me just listen for them.
No.
So the first part of this activity, it is segmented, meaning that it's broken down in parts to give them an opportunity to say each syllable nice and slow, to practice on any sounds within that syllable that they are actually having difficulty saying. This is level 1. They have a picture prompt. They also have a prop using the stamper. These are all ways that we're trying to reinforce the production of those syllables. But now, once you take them through this and you want them to move a little bit faster, that is where level 2 comes in, where we now have the pacing dots. You still have the pictures here for them to use. These are not a set of pictures we've gone over already, but it's the 3-syllable, 4-syllable words that's on this sheet. So instead of them being able to use a stamper, they're going to use their finger to still break down the sound. So this is just a level 2, another way of practicing without necessarily having a prop, just having a picture cue. We're going to get to the magnifying glass next for the next thing we're doing. Okay? You ready? So what is that a picture of? What do you think?
Can you close your eyes and see?
No, tell me, what do you think this is, Ashton? What is that?
A cucumber.
Very good. I didn't think you were going to know what it was. So can we break it? Can you break cucumber down by pointing to the dot? Q. Ber. Cucumber. Let's do it again. Cucumber. Very good.
You don't need to squish my hand that hard.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to squish your hand. Okay. So can you do, let's see if we have another one. What do you think that is? It goes on it's your favorite kind of pizza.
Pepperoni.
Good. Can you break down pepperoni for me using the dot?
Pepperoni.
Very good. Let's do it again. Watch me. Pepperoni. Let's do it again. Pepperoni. Put it all together. Pepperoni. 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 Huh? Okay, all right. So that is pretty much how you're going to use this activity. It will be available on my website in digital format. If you want to download it, you can get it from my website or from my Etsy shop. Or you can choose to have it pre-assembled and already made, where it will include 2 stampers. Well, it will come to you on cardstock paper. I may have said that it may be laminated, but we're not going to laminate it. I'm going to send it to you in cardstock. That way you can make as many copies as you want. I may go ahead and include 2 copies or whatever for you to be able to have. So it's pre-made. So those are the options that you have. Yes.
Here going to the 2.
You want to do those other 2 before we leave? Okay, what do you think this one is? Where can you go check out books? At the what?
Library.
All right, so let's see if we can break it down.
Library.
Okay, watch me. Library. Do it again.
Library.
Very good. What do you think that one is?
Scale.
Almost. Thermometer. Can you break it down by yourself? Meter. Let's do it again. Thermometer. Do it again. Thermometer. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
What do they need to do, Ashton?
Hit that like button
and subscribe to our channel.